Welcome to Wild Battle, where the struggle for dominance, the clash of instincts, and the hunt for survival play out in breathtaking encounters among the animals of the wild. The leopard seized the moment when it could firmly grasp the opponent by the throat. After that, it pulled the crocodile out of the water and headed towards the thickets of bushes. In this case, the strength of the spotted cat prevailed, and the reptile was caught by the predator right in its own territory. If you're ever asked why you came home later than usual, you can confidently say that you were at a fight club. And it would be absolutely true, because you were actually watching an exciting fight between two hares, honing their combat skills on each other. In the clash between these two cold-blooded animals, the outcome is always unpredictable. In this case, the alligator was the active aggressor, swiftly pouncing on the snake and not letting go of it with its toothy jaws, no matter how the snake writhed in convulsions. An entire pride of lions lay in wait, seeking the right moment to launch their attack. However, the mother of a young giraffe had no intention of letting any harm come to its calf from the persistent felines. It shielded its baby with its body and showed the lionesses its unwavering resolve to protect its little one by any means necessary. It's well known that cheetahs are the fastest runners, but the fact that they're capable of such astonishing leaps in height was hard to imagine. The kangaroo noticed a dog nearby and immediately went into defense mode, shifting from one leg to another in the water, like a true boxer. Barking furiously, the dog approaches the opponent, but receives a punch to the face. After a quick exchange, the dog foolishly goes back for more, and this time risks being drowned. Miraculously, the dog manages to dodge the kangaroo's strong paws and escapes to safety. It decides to skip the next round. The crow has found an entertaining activity, teasing mice. Even though the meticulous bird clearly surpasses the mouse in size and persistence, the small rodent does not back down and calmly accepts the challenge. A lone leopard ventured into unfamiliar territory and found itself in a dangerous situation. A family of young lions surrounded it. The wild cats did not welcome the intruder and took turns delivering powerful strikes. But it must be acknowledged that the frightened spotted creature held its ground remarkably well. The chance encounter between a chameleon and one of Africa's most dangerous snakes turned out to be brutal. The lizard displayed incredible bravery in the fight, which apparently impressed the stubborn reptile, so it chose to slither away from the scene. An aggressive snake almost crawled into the house, but a barrier appeared in its path. A box with a surprise. However, the cat sitting inside immediately made it clear to the reptile that there would be no dialogue between them. Although the four-legged creature was cornered, it still managed to give a worthy resistance to the audacious enemy. The swan clearly didn't like the random passerby walking in the park with its owner. The haughty bird flared its feathers and attempted several times to strike the frightened dog with its wings. Luckily, the instigator of the fight quickly calmed down when it realized that there was no threat from the four-legged creature. The zebra was peacefully strolling through the savannah until it noticed a lioness sprinting towards it. The predator attempted to pounce on its prey and grab it with its sharp claws. However, the zebra had no intention of giving up so easily and delivered a powerful strike, sending its rival into a knockout. The naive young piglet should have been more cautious during walks near bodies of water. You never know what toothy creature might be lurking there. It's a lesson for the future. The agile snake quickly snatched a tasty morsel, a frog from the water. Before satisfying its own hunger, it decided to give the frog a kind of aquatic amusement ride. The crocodile came up with a clever trick. It performed an impressive somersault right in front of its immediate rival. While it was caught off guard, the crocodile simply snatched the prey from under its nose. Another Lion King and its royal entourage wanted to savor the tender meat of a hedgehog. However, they too had to first deal with the spiky shield of the mammal. So the mission turned out to be impossible. In a battle between buffaloes and lions, one regularly feels inclined to bet on the lions. After all, they are part of the royal family. But no, buffaloes sometimes resist becoming someone's meal so fiercely that they're ready to engage in a deadly fight and toss the persistent predator on their horns. An interesting scene unfolds as two brown bears sort out their differences right in the middle of the road. Initially, the rivals seemed evenly matched, but soon the situation takes a drastic turn. One of the bears assumes a dominant position and takes down the opponent. The defeated bear makes one more attempt to defend itself in the exhausting confrontation, but once again, unsuccessfully. So the defeated bear has no choice but to retreat from the battlefield. It's no wonder they say there's strength in numbers. A whole pack of hungry hyenas decided to have a wildcat for lunch. Using the tactic of bite and run, they noticeably rattled their potential prey's nerves. But as we can see, the visibly tired animal wasn't about to give up prematurely and took a brief pause. It went to the water hole simply to catch its breath. With such impressive skills in walking on their hind legs, these deer could have a great future in the circus. However, they chose to engage in disputes among themselves. While two individuals actively work on their strikes, another animal watches the proceedings with interest. An elephant and a rhinoceros argued about who had more strength and power. For this purpose, they thought of nothing better than to push each other. The method, of course, is so bad, but still helped to determine the winner. And that's the main thing. The sharp horn and confident pressure of the opponent frightened the family of elephants a little. At first, they even wanted to leave as soon as possible, but after a moment changed their minds and decided to a little more piss in the eyes of the reckless opponent. The two rhinoceroses seemed to freeze in place as they tried to show that this elephant was not welcome here. And even when one of them weakened its position, the other still did not move, which in fact made the elephant turn around and walk away. It's hard to imagine how bored the rabbit must have been to seek such a deadly adventure for itself. However, looking at how the events unfolded, it's worth asking, who got the better of whom? The snake wanted to bask in the warm sun, so it lay down to rest on the road. Suddenly, a tough-eared troublemaker appeared on the horizon, doing everything possible to make the reptile deeply regret its decision. But the rabbit found it quite amusing. The cheetah was chasing after a wild pig for a long time, eager to taste it. But help arrived, and at the perfect moment, by the way. As a result, with the piglets coming together in a small group, the course of events changed completely. As we come to the end of this adventure, we invite you to subscribe to Wild Battle and keep the excitement alive. Your comments about the animal clashes, epic battles, and survival instincts are what make our community thrive.